Philip? What is it? What do you want? I don't want you here. Why have you come here?
I had to leave Desmond Hall last night.
Oh?
I had no other choice.
Did Jean-Paul turn against you too, then?
He found out I was using black magic against him. I need your help.
Do you really expect me to help you after the lies you've told me?
Jean-Paul used me against you. And now he's turned me out.
Where have you been?
I spent the night in the woods.
Why didn't you come to me here last night? Why come now?
Well, I thought you'd turn me away after that story I told you about Emily's death.
I should turn you away.
Now, please, let me stay here.
I can't do that. This is a small town. I'm a woman living alone.
Oh, where can I go?
You can stay in town.
Without a penny in my pocket.
Should do for now.
How can I ever repay you?
We'll find a way. You know, I've always wondered why you haven't returned to your own home.
Well, I came to Desmond Hall to find out why my people suffer so much. The secret lies within the Desmond family.
They seem secure to me.
Well, on the surface, perhaps, but underneath there's something that no one can understand.
And you want me to help you?
I need a place where I can speak to my gods.
Your gods nearly took my powers away once.
But that was because of Raxel. She tried to use the totem.
Very well. If I help you, you will help me too. Agreed?
I will agree to anything that helps lift the curse from my people.
Oh, see? Everyone's not still asleep after all. Court is usually an early riser.
I'm afraid I kept him up late talking. He's a nice boy. He's got great spirit and promise.
Oh, yes, but I do worry about him sometimes. But now that you're here, I feel much better. You've no idea what your being here really means to me.
It means a great deal to me, too.
Well, here I go again. It's too early in the morning to get emotional. You stay and talk to Emily, and I'll bring you some coffee.
Are you really as calm and cool-headed as you appear to be?
Oh, it's just a pose. Really, I'm a frail little creature.
I hope I didn't offend you by my tactless remarking about the problem of marrying a Desmond.
As a matter of fact, you did. But I got over it. After all, you have no way of judging me yet.
I'd like to remedy that. Can we be friends?
I'd like to be friends with all of Jean-Paul's relatives.
You're fortunate, I think, that I'm the only survivor of the preceding generation. Armand and Benjamin are hardly pleasant men.
Jean-Paul never mentions his father or his mother.
I don't suppose he would.
You make them sound like ogres.
Brothers may not be the best judges of each other, but the Desmond men have never inspired great admiration.
Oh, Jean-Paul's different.
I hope so.
Oh, I know he is. He hasn't kept anything from me.
He's a great deal braver than I was. I could hardly confide in my wife. It nearly destroyed her.
How could that be? You seem like such an open man to me.
Oh, I've long since passed the age of keeping secrets.
Would you tell me what your secret is?
It wouldn't benefit you to know.
Well, it might help me with my marriage.
The innocents always want to know the dangerous secrets of others. Like my wife. She never stopped asking.
Because she loved you.
And I couldn't tell her of my crime because I loved her.
What crime is that?
My dear, you young women are the envy of the world when you marry into the Desmond family. But the world only sees the outside, the wealth, and the position. They cannot see the terrible price we have to pay for our advantages.
What are you saying?
But as you say, Jean-Paul told you everything.
Is Emily up?
Oh, she's in the drawing room talking to my father.
Is she all right?
Of course she is. Why do you ask?
Well, I had the strangest dream about her this morning. She was entangled in ropes or a net of some kind, and she was slowly being dragged beneath the water to her death.
Well, now, don't you go repeating that to her, because you'll only upset her.
No, it's a warning. She must know about it.
A dream is just a dream. And I forbid you to alarm her.
Here, let me help you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, by the way, Emily, I promised Mrs. Hatter that I'd take you down to see her today.
I don't want to see her.
Please, for my sake.
Who's Mrs. Hatter?
Oh, she's just a friend of the family.
She's no friend of mine.
You haven't even given her a chance.
Oh, I've given her all the chance I'm going to give her. You seem to forget that I spent 2 weeks with her when I was ill. And that's enough for a lifetime.
Now I've gone and upset her.
Dear Ada, if she doesn't want to take you to see Mrs. Hatter, I will.
I'm afraid she'd bore you to death.
Oh, Ada, let me take the risk. I want to know your friends, to be a part of your life on all levels. Mrs. Hatter sounds fascinating.
Philip,
Where's Jean-Paul?
he's in bed.
And Court?
He's still sleeping.
Are they all right?
Everything's fine.
Are you sure?
Ah, Philip. I was wondering where you were. We missed you last night.
Philip, now where have you been? Laszlo saw you walking alone last night outside as he was coming home from work.
Well, there are times when I like to get away, be alone.
During such a dreadful storm?
It's strange how the customs of one's ancestors persist, isn't it? Many's the time I've envied your people their empathy in nature and space.
Excuse me, but I have to talk to Emily.
What's the matter?
I have the strangest feeling that something's wrong here.
I tell you, everything is all right.
No, I started to come back here several times last night, but every time I did, something pulled me away. As though it was against my will.
Orendo?
No, it was something else. Finally, this morning, I went over to Mrs. Hatter's.
You went where?
To Irene Hatter's.
Oh, but you shouldn't do that. She can't be trusted.
Well, I didn't go there because I trust her, but to make her trust me, I've got to go back right away. She doesn't know I'm here. She thinks that I'm getting a room in the Desmonton Inn.
Are you leaving us?
Only for a day or so. She thinks that Jean-Paul kicked me out.
She'll spread it all over town.
I think she'll keep this a secret. And Emily, I'm going to need the totem for a while.
Oh, I'll go get it.
No, I want you to bring it to us yourself.
I'd rather not do that if you don't mind.
You can't find out the spell she cast on you if you don't face her.
Do you know that she did that?
I think so, but I don't know why. And my people used to use spells on people to make them act the way we wanted them to. Now, there's nothing that Irene Hatter can do which is unfamiliar to me.
Well, then you should also know the dangers involved.
I do. And that's why I need the totem.
But must I bring it to you?
If you want to help stop what's going on, you have to do what I tell you.
All right.
Now face this with me. You'll be safe, I promise you.
I think this afternoon that I'll take a walk through Desmonton and see how much has changed in the last 40 years.
Oh, I'm afraid it hasn't changed very much. Did you hear a door slam? You know, that must have been Philip. I don't understand him.
Young people have their own affairs, Ada.
I thought he'd come in and talk to us.
It doesn't matter.
And it's very rude, too, and not a bit like him. Something's troubling him. Haven't you found him nervous lately?
Ada, young men don't like to be treated as children. That's for old men like me.
Oh. No, it's nothing to joke about, Father. I've had the feeling for the last few weeks that something strange has been going on in this house. Court has been keeping things from me. Jean-Paul isn't himself. And Philip comes and goes like a perfect stranger.
Come and finish your coffee. I'll see that no harm comes to me. Little Ada.
Emily, I was just going to look for you.
Oh, I haven't got much time. I've got an errand to run.
Look, don't go outside this morning.
But I promised Philip I'd meet him.
Emily, I had a dream about you this morning. You were caught in a net and you were slowly being pulled under the water by someone.
Who was it?
Well, I can't remember. It was a woman, but I didn't really see her face.
Don't worry about me. The totem will protect me.
Emily, where are you going with Philip?
Mrs. Hatter's.
Well, then I'll go with you.
No, look, you stay here. Philip and I have business with her.
Well, don't be alone with her, whatever you do.
Good morning, my dear.
Oh, Susan, tell my father about your dream of Emily. You know, she has some of the strangest dreams. Perhaps you can make more sense of them than I can.
Don't go. I really would like to hear about your dreams.
Mrs. Saxton gets upset when I talk about them.
Well, dreams are often a signal from another life.
But I dream of death.
You're very young to dream of your death.
No, it's not mine. I never die in my dreams. It's the other people.
Those you love?
Yes. No matter what I do, I can never save them.
Or perhaps you need someone to help you.
No one ever believes me. I came to you, Monsieur Lecomte, because all else failed.
We must leave the final judgment in higher hands.
But you cannot allow your grandson to destroy his brother.
The decision is in the hands of the tribunal.
But you can persuade them to free Philippe. You are the Grand Magistrate.
I cannot choose between two young men. My own flesh and blood, my daughter's sons.
Well, choose the truth then.
Whose truth? Yours, Suzanne Auclair, Philippe's, or Jacques? Who is telling the truth?
In your heart, you know Philippe is.
I am an old man, near the end of my life. You're a girl in love, in the beginning of yours. We do not find the truth in the same place.
You refuse to take sides.
I am sworn to the king to judge only on the evidence. We must put our faith in that, not in our hearts.
But the evidence lies.
Can you testify to that?
I know it to be true.
My child, take the stand at the tribunal tomorrow. Deny the accusations of the woman Lenoir against my grandson, Philippe Desmonds. Have you documents to prove hers wrong?
But she forged hers.
But Philippe has confessed.
But that was only under the torture of the rack.
You do not understand the subtle ways of the devil. You are too young, too pure. Shut your innocence up in a convent where the corrupt world cannot reach it. Leave the man you love to his fate. You cannot help him.
I shall never leave him. I'm linked to him forever. No one believes me.
I believe you, child.
Then come with me to Mrs. Hatter's. She's leading Emily into a trap.
Emily will be safe as long as she doesn't plot against the Desmonds. I'll see to that.
You aren't Julian Desmond after all, are you?
Julian Desmond comes in many forms. He's had to endure fire and water to make his way back to this life.
Just a few minutes ago when we were talking, you were someone else, weren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Do you know that you're the first person who would admit that?
I told you. I believed you.
I've been waiting for you.
Well, I had to stop again on my way from the inn to speak to Utgo.
Who is Utgo?
Utgo is the spirit that protects my people.
My spirits rejected him before, when Raxel used the totem.
No. They rejected Orendo. Now, Utgo is friendly to your spirits.
Good. Let us begin. Demons of the dark, join hands with us. Spirits of the night, come back and work your spell on Jean-Paul Desmond. Bring him evil. Give him no rest, no peace, until you grant my wish. Now, speak to your spirits.
Utgo, spirit of my tribe, hear my voice. Hear my plea for help. Lend me your strength.
Don't stop.
Now, there's someone outside.
We mustn't be heard.
No, wait.
Hide over there. Emily, what a surprise.
Jean-Paul said you wanted to see me.
You should have called first. I might have been out.
Oh, well, you didn't call when you came to see me at Desmond Hall.
Well, Ada took me there.
Well, perhaps someone's brought me here, too.
What?
The spirit of goodwill? Irene, I want to end the misunderstanding that came between us when I left here.
You seem restless.
No, it's strange, but I couldn't remember this room. I don't seem to be able to remember anything that took place here.
Not much took place. You weren't feeling too well. We hardly talked.
I remember those candles, though. And a game we used to play.
You were delirious, I think. We never played any games.
Light the candles for me, will you? I really love the sight of lighted candles.
If that's what you want, of course I will. That's better. I'm beginning to remember now.